He's the president, the sitting president, and he can do whatever he wants to until his time is up.
Oh boy. Here we go.
After literal years worth of the Democrats and their media politically propagandizing the country with talking points like, nobody is above the law, and Biden won't pardon Hunter. The very same people now say that Hunter Biden is above the law because he's an addict and because his father's DOJ was unfairly targeting him.
Say what?
Even though they were actively covering for him.
Now, this really pisses me off to no end.
Now watch as the Spew crew does the most deranged mental gymnastics to explain why a weaponized DOJ is actually a good thing.
So I see this one a little bit differently. Most Americans, if they face consequences for actions that they took, they're going to have to face them, and nobody powerful and politically connected is going to come sweep in and save them. And I think this feeds the notion to a lot of this country that there's simply a different set of rules for folks in power. Secondly, I take issue with lying about it. I wanted to ask him here when he came on The View, but the thought was he said so many times he wasn't going to pardon him. That, to me, is lying to the public. This is why people don't trust Washington. That's why they don't trust politicians. And I know a lot of us like Joe Biden, but I find it disappointing and bad for our institutions. Why lie about it for so long?
I'd stop calling it a lie.
Okay, why repeatedly say you're not going to and you do? And secondarily, for the part of this country, half of it that doesn't support Biden, doesn't know him personally, doesn't get to have phone calls, and they're just looking at a system that seems like it only benefits the people who are in power.
I'm going to say,
what precedent does that set?
Well, here's what it sets. It's a precedent for all of us to open our eyes because we've elected someone who is in a similar situation, who didn't have a drug problem, who knew what he was doing, who clearly stood and said, I can do this.
Did what, Whoopi? What did he do? Notice that they never say. They just blindly parrot the talking point of convicted felon. No, it's not at all similar. Hunter Biden committed actual crimes that the Biden DOJ actively worked to cover up. And again, the only reason anything happened is because of the GOP hearings and whistleblowers. Trump, on the other hand, was prosecuted for made-up crimes by partisan Democrat DAs who quite literally ran on imprisoning Trump and keeping him from the presidency.
So I think, for many, many reasons, this is very different.
He's in, boys! He did it! He said it!
I have news for you. It will always be different when they do it. That's one of the main reasons why I think they're dangerous and why I dedicated myself to exposing them 8 years ago with this channel.
And look, he's the president, the sitting president, and he can do whatever he wants to until his time is up.
Now that is irony.
They will always have an excuse to do all the things that they would normally call authoritarian.
I don't like that president. Donald Trump's about to be president.
Well,
that's different.
I can't believe that this is what's freaking people out. That this is the thing that says, oh, well, see,
precedents matter.
It does, but I'm noticing the man who would not normally be able to even vote for president is the president.
Because people don't trust their
system. Yeah, but, you know what? It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. He did what he did. We're moving on. We'll be right back.
What the hell was that?
We'll be right back. Right back.
Nobody in their right mind believes that Donald Trump is a convicted felon for paying off a porn star. Even if it was a crime, it was a misdemeanor that was past the statute of limitations. It was brought by a DA who literally ran on prosecuting Donald Trump. It is totally wild. They got completely schlonged in the election because more than half the country didn't buy any of this rhetoric, yet they keep spewing it anyway. I don't see the problem with that, do you? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post short and long form videos on a regular basis, so keep checking back for more. And I do post way more frequently and daily over on X, so make sure to give me a follow there.